Welcome all in the next chapter from the Fourier series, that is half range sine and half range cosine function. First I like to discuss the concept of even and odd functions once again, because the half range series leads to the concept of even and odd functions. So first of all, let's see, we just revise the definition of even function. This previously we have seen that if f of minus x is remains as f of x, then we call that function as a even, and if f of minus x is equal to minus of f of x, then the function is called as a odd function. Okay, now for example, f of x is equal to x square is a function whose graph, if we look at the proper way, then you can realize f of x is equal to x square is a function that is nothing but a parabola which is symmetric about y-axis, So this is a very important characteristic of a even function. If the function is even, then it is symmetric about the y-axis. Whereas for odd function, we take an example of f of x is equal to x. If we plot its graph, then we get a straight line. This is y-axis, x-axis, and this is our line. F of x is equal to x. So you can observe that this f of x is equal to x is a straight line which has a reflection about the origin. Or you can take one more example, that is sine function. For sine function, the function is look like this. So we get a reflection about the origin. Okay, hence this is treated as a odd function. So this is the characteristic of the odd function, that if we plot a graph of the odd function, then we get a reflection about the origin, and for even function we get a reflection about the y-axis. So just remember these characteristics. Now, what is just previously we seen the what is meant by Fourier series. F of x be a function having the Fourier series expansion in the interval minus a to l, then it is given by f of x is equal to a naught plus summation a cos of n pi x upon l plus summation bn sin of n pi x upon l. Okay, and the limit is from 1 to infinity. The limit is from 1 to infinity. Now we are going to define what is meant by a half range cosine series and what is meant by a half range sine series. See that the period of the function is 2l, so the range of this interval is again a 2l. Now we are going to define a half range series. Why it is called half range? Is because we are defining this function over the half range of its total period. Suppose f of x be a function with a period 2l, so we define the function f of x in the interval 0, l only. We are defining the function in the interval 0, l only. Now, to find a expansion of this function using the Fourier series concept, we require the full range. That is the length of the range is equal to the period of the function. So to achieve that, what we do is we take the reflection of f of x about y-axis, we get a even function. For example, my function is this. This is from 0 to l. I will take the reflection about the y-axis, so we get the same thing over here, and which is from minus a to l. Now you can observe this, while taking this reflection, we get a symmetric y-axis as an axis of symmetry. Hence, the function becomes even. And as the function becomes even, therefore the bn will be 0. That part we have already seen. Hence, the Fourier series is given by f of x is equal to a naught plus summation a cos of n pi x upon l, and bn will be 0. Now, as I am defining the function on the half range, a Fourier series obtained is called as a half range cosine series, as I am taking a reflection about the y-axis, where a naught is equal to 1 upon L integration from 0 to L f of x dx, and A will be 2 upon L integration from 0 to L f of x into cos of n pi x upon L dx. Okay, next. Here I have taken a reflection of this curve about the y-axis. That is, y-axis acts as the axis of symmetry. Now what I am doing is, I am just going to take this reflection about the origin. So this is my y-axis, this is my x-axis, and this is the, suppose this is my curve from 0 to L. Now I am taking its reflection about the origin. So what I am making here, this origin acts as an axis symmetry point. Because of this, what I am getting, the extended function or say this reflected function becomes an odd function. As a function becomes odd, only dn will survive, a0 and an are going to be a 0. Hence, the Fourier series expansion of this function becomes summation dn sine of n pi x upon L, limit from 1 to infinity, and where dn is given as 2 upon L integration from 0 to L f of x into sine of n pi x upon L dx. Now the question comes, what is the use of these half range series expansions? Mainly in partial differential equation, we use the concept of half range sine and half range cosine series to find solution of those differential equation. In the heat flow, then in the partial differential equation related with the string experiment. So in all such cases, we use this concept. Let us come up with one simple example. Find a sine series f of x is equal to x into bracket 2 minus x. Find the sine series of the function f of x is equal to x into bracket 2 minus x. In the interval 0 is less than x less than 2. So the half of the range is provided. The period of the function has to be 4. In here it is half of the range is given. So as I require the sine series, then the half range sine series is given as f of x is equal to summation bn sine of n pi x upon L. Now bn is equal to 2 upon L integration from 0 to L f of x into sine of n pi x upon L dx. So this gives 2 upon 2 integration from 0 to x into bracket 2 minus x into sine of n pi x upon 2 dx. So to do get cancelled, this is integration from 0 to 2x minus x square into sine of n pi x upon 2 dx. Okay. Now we have to work out this integral. So this is 2x minus x square, then into integration of this, there is minus cos of n pi x upon 2 divided by n pi by 2 minus derivative of 2x will be 2, derivative of x square will be minus 2x into integration of minus cos, that is minus sine of n pi x upon 2 divided by n pi by 2, and when taking an integration of cos we get 1 more n pi by 2, so that is n pi by 2 square plus derivative of 2 will be 0, derivative of minus 2x will be minus 2, this minus n is continue, integration of sin is minus cos, and in the denominator we get n pi by 2 cube. Limit is from 0 to 2. Now we substitute the upper limit, then I substitute the upper limit. The first term is going to be a 0. N pi by 2 we get 2 to get cancelled, so sin n pi is again going to be a 0. Only the third term will survive for the upper limit. So what we get is equal to, the first term is 0, second term is also a 0. This minus 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 become minus 2 times. When I substitute the upper limit as 2 here, 2 upon 2 get cancelled, we get cos n pi is minus 1 raised to n upon n cube pi cube upon 2 cube we get, minus lower limit. The lower limit is 0. When I substitute 0 here, this term is going to be a 0. When I substitute 0 here, this is also going to be a 0. When we substitute 0 here, only this term will survive. Minus 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 become minus. Cos 0 will be 1. So 2 into 1 divided by n cube pi cube upon 2 cube we get. On simplification of this, we get minus 2 into minus 1 raised to n. This becomes 8 upon n cube pi cube. Minus minus become plus 2 into 2 cube, that is 8 divided by n cube pi cube. So one can take 2 8s are 16 divided by n cube pi cube as a common. So here we get 1, and from here we get minus 1 raised to 1. So this is the value of Bn. Hence the half range sine series of the given function is x into bracket 2 minus x is equal to summation Bn, that is 16 upon n cube pi cube into 1 minus of minus 1 raised to n into sine of n pi x upon 2. So here 16 pi cube can be taken as outside. Inside of the bracket 1 upon 1 cube. Initially n is 1. So we get 1 cube. 1 minus 1 raised to 1 becomes minus 1. Minus of minus 1 becomes plus 1. And plus 1 becomes 2 into sine of pi x upon 2 plus. Now n becomes 2. When n becomes 2, minus 1 square, that is plus 1. 1 minus 1 becomes 0. So for n is equal to 2, we get a 0. Plus n becomes 3, we get 1 upon 3 square. Sorry, not 3 square, it's a 3 cube. Minus 1 cube. Minus 1 cube is minus 1. Minus of minus 1 becomes plus 1. So 2 into sine of 3 pi x upon 2 we get. Plus. Now n becomes 4. So minus 1 raised to 4 becomes plus 1. 1 minus 1 becomes 0. So that term will be a 0. Plus and so on. That means if n is even, this term is going to be a 0. If n is odd, it gives us 2. So we can have 2 common. So we get 32 upon pi cube into bracket 1 upon 1 cube into sine pi x upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 cube sine 3 pi x upon 2 plus and so on. So this is required half range sine series of the given function. Now in next lecture we will see one problem based on the half range cosine function. Thank you.